579. Police Constable Crispina Slomachi. Where I do general investigations. In this matter, I'm one of the investigating officers. And I'm the one who did swear on the 12th day of July 2023, there was a demonstration which had been announced by the Azimio coalition and which happened countrywide. Your Honor, in preparation to protect life and property, the National Police Service particularly placed different security agents within the city. And when I speak of the different security agents, we are referring to the GSU. We have the APS. We have this. All these teams were given officers. Who availed the suspects to the station because they were the same people who were running up and down, controlling them. I have stated clearly that the reason why I swear the affidavit was to get sufficient time to finalize the investigations. I left here yesterday late in the evening at around 3. And Your Honor, from the team, we did establish that one, the second accused person, was protesting individually within the CBD. And having made a discussion with my DCIO, together with the team that is investigating the matter, and for the interest of justice for the accused person, we therefore request that the charges against the second accused person be dropped. We are yet to establish exactly what transpired as concerning to the first, third, and fourth accused persons. The investigation team is still on the ground to come up with a reason either to charge or to withdraw. Sorry?
I'm saying you've already charged them?
Yes, we have charged them.
Yes.
Sorry.
No.
It's just a mishap of the... So we are still doing the investigations and will be availing a conclusive report to this court.
Not substantially to do last remarks.
Because I think we cross-examined on the content of the report, what he deponed in that affidavit. So let's just finish with the second and then now, because I think the direction of the other court was, for the second we dispense with that issue first, And then we go now, I think now, to the most serious issue, I believe.
Most of that.
Yeah.
You know, there are comments made by the investigating officer that this information was also brought to our offices. You know, the office of the DPP and Article 157 is mandated to prosecute matters in court. Also under the ODPP Act, having power to review even charges that have already been brought before this court. In the circumstances, but it was reached the decision to have the matter against the second accused person, one Julius Kamau Kimani, in line with the directions of my office to withdraw the matter under Section 87A of the CPC, in line with Article 157, Sub-Article 6 of the Constitution, so that to ensure injustice is not carried out on anyone. That will be all.
Yes, Your Honor, we have not, we do not oppose the dropping of charges of the second accused person, save to add that the office of the ODPP had actually sanctioned those particular charges, and for a warning from your office as a judicial officer to warn the office of the ODPP from a habit of just sanctioning offences or charges or charge sheets and then withdrawing them, occasioning an accused person a 24 or 48 hours incarceration in dingy police cells. Those of us who have been in police cells know even a second in a police cell is such a long time, a second. So therefore, kindly reprimand the office of the ODPP for shoddy work of sanctioning charges or charge sheets to please the executive. That's all, Your Honor.
The allegation at this point that he was assaulted at the custody of...
Yes.
But you follow that up?
That's what we do know, that yes. I think at Article 25, your office is not mandated to...
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying, so that, you know...
assaulted seriously by the arresting officers. I think there are even videos where they were all over the place beating him up. They inserted a screwdriver on his left hand ear, occasioning almost a bleed in his left hand eye. It can be seen. And therefore it is very important that as they withdraw as the court accedes to the prosecution case of withdrawing the charges against the second accused person, it goes on record that he was assaulted and denied medical attention. He was not even, if you look at the drama and the braggadocio that was involved in his arrest, they did not even tell him the reasons for the arrest under express provision of Article 49. So therefore, that information is very important. As you censor the office of the ODPP, I do not know whether your office can censor the... But under Article 21, you can actually protect and enforce the right of persons appearing before you. So, a hospital, I don't know whether they did that. That did not come out from the prosecution.
Was it taken to hospital?
So that's a contempt of court. Yesterday there was an express order that he be taken to court. The prosecution was there. by the time, indeed, if I were to actually give you the clear picture of the matter, when we appeared before you, brother magistrate, he had deferred plea taking to Tuesday,
Yes.
and we protested that such was such a long time,
Yeah.
and he saw the need of bringing it before you this morning.
Okay.
So, in that particular direction, he also ordered the police to take the fourth accused, the second free man for treatment. And actually they said that they will do exactly that. So that as my good friend Lumwachi sits down, he should try to explain why the ODPP and his office, or why the ODPP did not communicate to him that he indeed was required to take the second accused person for medication. Your Honor, court orders are not persuasive love letters. Court orders are binding on people to whom they are directed to.
Yeah.
And therefore, that should not escape the attention of this court, that indeed we issued orders that were contumaciously defied by an office, by the office of the ODPP and that of the DCI. And therefore, they must tell this court why that happened.
Okay.
That's all, Your Honor, unless you have a question.
I think you've made your point, Mr.
My colleague
wants to add a voice.
Yes.
For me, I want to thank you that there is no chain on Julius' hands. I last represented a case of unlawful assembly that had run on since 2019. Your Honor, I'm referring to criminal case number 1043 of 2019.
It has been brought to our attention.
Julius is only free for how many months? Barely 5 months. I say this from a very hardened heart because Julius has put his life on the line every day for you and me, probably even to enjoy the freedom and the work with which we are here. I'm not a witness, but in 2007, at the height of that post-election violence, Your Honor, I got to know Julius because he does his active defense of this constitution right next to the National Archives. He told me then there was big ethnic animosity, particularly between Kikuyus and Luos and Amlu. And Julius then just married a Kikuyu. Sorry, he is Kikuyu, you know this thing. I think he's ethnic Kikuyu. He just married an ethnic Luo at the height of the post-election violence in 2007. The man wants to live for a better Kenya. So as this court sets Julius free this afternoon, all I want to say is, could I associate further with my learned friend's submission and ask court to see what other order can protect Julius, a man who was not demonstrating. You all know he had tied himself. Maybe you could call it picketing. He had tied himself. There's no way he was in situ. How else does a man who wants to enjoy his freedom in fact, sometimes people throw money at him because he then makes these bold statements, legal and lawful opinions, for which sometimes somebody can say, oh, have lunch now. Is that, from where you sit and from where we are, we know that your port of justice is not bereft of a protection that you can give to Julius so that at least he enjoys even just 1 year of his own freedom out there. That is all. I pray that this court finds just an order from which Julius, if he lives here, he can still be able to see his family free without the fear that tomorrow again, for standing for someone else, peacefully, peaceably and unarmed, or even by a picketing action, he's gotten in again.
So I think you for good measure, yeah. So and I cannot tell them how to do their work, but I expect as a court that they do their work based on the law, yeah. So just the office of the DPP is to ensure that they comply with the law. So that's much I'd say about that. But back to our application. So
Most appreciated.
yeah, back to the application. I think it has not been opposed. Mr. Lempa doesn't oppose the same, and I think the basis has been laid by the REO. So I'll give the consent, and then have the accused, the second accused person, one Julius Kamau Kimani, charges are withdrawn pursuant to section 87A. So you're a free man. And I think if you have any other problem or issues, then you can follow up at the right court. So for now, you're free. You can. Yes. Now to the elephant in the room.